Hi, good night and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and as you can see tonight, I am only joined by Mr. Akeem Nero as my co-host tonight. But we also have a special guest here with us tonight. We have Trinidadian youth cricketer, Mr. Jessie Bootan. Hi, good
Hey
night,
guys, what's up?
Jessie.
Good night, good night.
Good night. How you doing? How you doing, Jessie?
I'm good. Just woke up.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to have a chat. Taking that from having a nap to take a chat with us, man. We appreciate
Yeah.
that. Nero, how are you, my brother?
I'm great. I'm great. Ready to play the shift tonight. Playing the shift tonight.
Okay. Are you watching any of this playoff basketball?
I try, man. I try, but it's quite boring without LeBron. But I try. I try.
Nero, I mean, obviously you would miss LeBron, but you can't say they're boring. My last night's game with the Pelicans and the Timberwolves was that was a good game, but then with Phoenix Suns and who they playing now again?
The Pelicans.
Pelicans. Yeah, boy, that was Brandon Ingram. He was on last night, boy. It was a really good game. Really good game, to the truth. Um so Jesse, like I said, we want to thank you for taking the time to have a chat with us tonight. Like I would have said in the introduction, you are a former Trinidad youth cricketer. So and I know you've also played cricket in Barbados as well. You've played with Akim Nero at Yorkshire. But first off, just tell us what it's like growing up in Trinidad. Playing like cricketing wise. Like Trinidad, just like Barbados, is known heavily for cricket in the region. So just tell us what it's like growing up playing cricket in Trinidad.
Um, I think growing up in Trinidad, most of my time was spent at Queens Park.
Mm.
The standard there is pretty high, so you had to adapt quickly, and I think you would learn a lot being around the uh, more experienced guys.
Okay.
So being in that type of environment, you would obviously learn faster than the rest, you know?
Okay. But like I know, like for us, I know like, well, you don't really see it now. Actually, we were talking about that just the other day. Like, years ago, you're driving around in neighborhoods, especially around summer vacation. You have everywhere you turn, little children in the road playing cricket. I know it definitely had those days. The road definitely has some of those days. I know, we like a couple of windows playing cricket in the road and stuff like that. So do you see that kind of stuff in Trinidad as well?
For sure. In the pandemic, there was limited,
Hmm.
but now recently I started back to see it. So it's good to see because it was a part of my childhood as well.
Okay.
You talk about hitting the windows and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, and like I would have said earlier, you also played club cricket in Barbados with Nero at Yorkshire Cricket Club. So playing cricket in both Trinidad and Barbados, what are some of the key differences that you would have recognized at the club cricket level?
So straight away off the bat, something that would stand out is that the Bajan club cricketers are not really paid. So the
Mm,
standard is much higher because guys are looking to try and get into the senior team, you know. Um,
okay,
that is something that stands out for me, and that
okay,
is part of the reason why I enjoy playing cricket in Barbados because standard is pretty high.
okay. Interesting,
Uh,
interesting.
Justin, you were here. I remember about 5, 6 years ago, the Price told me we having a Trinidadian guy, Jessie. He's coming to play for us, and he sent to pick and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, we're getting an experienced Trinidadian batsman. So it's only when now I went across the road to the house and talking to Jesse, and Jesse was like, he was 19 or 20. It was like, pardon? Was like, you sure? You sure, boss man? I was like, come on. So, Jessie, can you tell us about your first stint when you came to Barbados? How it was living away from home on that journey to being a professional cricketer?
I was quite familiar with it because, growing up playing youth cricket and whatnot, you would travel a lot. Um, but my stint at Yorkshire when I first came, it was very welcoming. All the guys, uh, very friendly, very still close friends up to now. So yeah.
And obviously, I followed the change in your fitness routine, because obviously from then to now, I don't know if a switch probably turned in your head that cricket is what I want to do going forward. So, what was at the forefront for the switch in your approach to your training and stuff like that?
Um, Funny enough, there was an interview I did just in the stands during CPL maybe 3 years ago. And it was only when I looked at the interview, I was like, wait, I look fat, boss. I said, nah, something had to go on there. So I started taking it almost serious. I started, paying attention to the beep test and the levels you need to be at. And straight away, getting into it, I realized a change in my game, in the way you bat, the way you feel. So I just stuck with it.
Well, I think it was during the pandemic. I saw some of the Trinidadian cricketers probably training with you. Could be Pierre. I think it's Pierre and a couple other guys training with you. So
Yeah, I think Sunil was the guy that put that together. He was like, we're not doing anything right now, just come together and do some. We had the Patriots trainer, her name is Asia. She was the one that was running those sessions, and yeah, she had us going.
you briefly mentioned Sunil. So what's the relationship with Sunil and what's your relationship with Sunil and some of the other professional cricketers at Queen's Park?
Sunil's my friend. Relationship came about from in Queen's Park. Very humble person, willing to give advice, that kind of thing. So you learn a heck of a lot from these guys, Experience, can't beat the experience.
So, who some of the other guys that you would have played with at the club level in Trinidad?
Um,
Some of the
so
guys.
we have the likes of Pollards, Shannon, the Bravos,
Mm.
John Ross, Jagasa, Solozano, De Silva, Akilosa, and Caripe.
And these are all from these are different clubs that you would have played with.
These are what?
These are all from Queen's Park, or these are different clubs that you would have played with in Trinidad.
All from Queen's Park.
Whoa. Okay, so that's clearly the club to be at in Trinidad.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. The standard is very high. So it's either you pick up and learn quick, or you just decide that, okay, well, not I'm not good enough, or just that I need to do something here.
Okay.
So at which point within the last few years did some things switch? Because it's funny, because obviously we played with you, Maxine, Kato. So I've seen y'all from basically
Yeah.
1920 to now. With the exception of Kato, I think you and Max is more similar. Raw talent, y'all came over here, raw talent. I don't know if it was away from home, the partying, the stuff like that. And I didn't think y'all recognize the ability y'all have or what cricket could give y'all. Kato, at that point, Kato was much more professional at that stage. So what changed for you, and at what point was that?
Funny enough, I was thinking about how to answer a question. I was trying to see what you would ask me, and something like that came up in my head in terms of being a pro coming to Barbados. And I would probably say I only understand what a pro is maybe in the last 2 years. At 19, I didn't understand what a pro is. You guys would be calling me a pro, and I'd be like, I don't really understand what you mean. To be honest with you. But now I understand the type of professionalism, what it takes, what you need to do to help teams win. You know, teams bringing you there to do certain things, certain roles, and yeah, I think I pick up on that maybe 2 3 years now.
Um, I just want to get away from the serious cricket talk a bit. Yeah, so I like to ask the players if you played on the Nero, if you played against Nero. I just like to get the views from people who would have played cricket with Akim Nero. So you would have played under him. I'm pretty sure that he was probably your captain at one point in time. Correct?
Yeah, him
Yeah,
and uh, Jamal. Is it Jamal?
yeah, yeah,
Dalian?
yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Yella.
Yeah. So, briefly, what was it like playing under the captaincy of Nero? Right? In your opinion, how was his captaincy? You can be brutally, you can be honest here. You can be
From what I
absolutely.
remember, his captaincy was good. So
It was
he could give you back some banter later, man. From what I
good.
remember, it was good, and he was one of the guys that was always welcoming to me. And
Mhm,
anything I have to do with Yorkshire, I would deal with Nero. So
mhm. But and
Good up,
last
good up.
question on that there, how would you rate his bowling?
his bowling, I think he's a Thai bowler, man. I think I give him some banter today in the group, and someone mentioned him tying down the in the T20s.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's a Thai bowler.
Uh,
Well, I know you would have played. Obviously, you would have played youth cricket for Trinidad, so you've obviously played both formats of the game. But I know no for now I know the little that I remember of you playing cricket at Yorkshire, I know you can really hit the ball pretty far. So I want to know like what is your preferred format of the game on if you could see yourself in the future uh potentially playing both formats of the game.
Initially, I never really paid attention to batting. I was more like spinner. And there was a spin camp that I went to in Barbados with Saklin Mushak. And I came back and I think I was working on the wrong things. You know, sometimes not everything is for you, and kind of threw off my bowling. And that is when I decided I needed to bat because I wouldn't be able to fit in teams. So batting and fielding took over bowling. In recent times, I'm trying to see what I could do with my bowling, but I mean it happens. Um, but yeah, I think it went from being Test cricket for sure when I used to bowl to more the white ball format.
Okay. Okay.
just to
I
piggyback
think I
off of that,
understand now that it's fine for it to change. It's fine for your body to change. You know, your
Yeah.
bowling. You know,
Just like anything else in life. Yeah.
yeah.
just to piggyback off that question. So you're saying it's that you wouldn't mind being pigeonholed as only a white ball cricketer, or you would like to be,
Um,
or you think your game is more
nah, that's not
tailored
what
to
I'm
the white
saying.
ball?
I'm just saying realistically. You know, realistically, I would see myself as a white ball player, but I'm not putting aside red ball cricket because I still love red ball cricket. And I think now, with the knowledge that I have of batting, I think I can adapt easily.
Right. Recently, I saw you participated in a T10 tournament in Trinidad. For some of
Yeah.
the clips I saw from you, you had a fairly good tournament. So one, I will let you to tell me about your output in the tournament, and two, I recognize that a lot of the Trinidadian key players, the Pollards and the Sunils, were involved in this tournament. How comes?
Um, I think it was something nice to have after the pandemic. The board chose to push the T10. I'm not too sure why, but at the end of it, it was a pretty successful tournament. Um, I did fairly well in the tournament. I had one of the highest strike rates, maybe throughout the whole tournament. So yeah, it was pretty good for me.
Um. Obviously, now you're a professional. As you say, you're a pro now. Do you have a? I don't want to say a timeline, but do you see yourself playing no for IPL, or do you see yourself just wanting at this particular point in time just try to focus on playing in the maroon?
I think a word that I hear a lot now is process. So I'm just trying to stick to the different processes
Mm-hmm.
of getting to maybe a IPL, you know. And I think to start that off, you would have to get into CPL, you know,
Okay,
and
correct.
try to do good. And realistically, you know, you try to get into CPL. Realistically, a person like me might just get one game or two games.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was to be honest with you, I've been replaying a 50 of 20 balls in my head for the past 4 years, you know, in that one game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, hopefully that you know that could come true, and that could be, you know, start a big things for you. You know, you never know, boy. Never
yeah,
know.
you never know.
Obviously, you mentioned the CPL just now, but before the CPL, probably got a couple months. Is there any cricket or any tournaments you'll be participating in?
Yes, so I recently got my visa, so my US visa, so I'll be traveling a bit to the US. I actually have a 3-day T10 competition in Florida from the 19th to the 22nd. And from there, I have to go to Washington till the 30th for a T20 competition. So those are the two that I have right now. But there are a lot of cricket in the US right now. So it's a lot of opportunities, not only for myself, but also for Bajans. I think there's a lot of, as you know, there are a lot of Bajan guys out there also.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of Asian guys
Yeah.
out there right now. And you played. I remember when you was here, probably in your first state. You played in a combined 11 against a West Indies select team. Right? Could you
Yeah.
talk to us about that experience and your performance in that game?
Yeah, so I remember Graham was calling me for the game because he knew me as a leg spinner, and unfortunately, Gudakesh Moti, his dad passed away, and I had to replace him along with two, three other guys who were here playing club cricket, and they just drafted them in just to fill spots in the team. I think it was the A team versus a West Indies team versus the A team, and like I said, he drafted me as a leg spinner. Only when I got there, I was telling them that, you know, I don't really bowl that much anymore. It just that's when it just started to fall away a bit. And I bowled. I think I bowled about 6 overs for about 25 runs, one wicket. But the highlight of that day was maybe the last half an hour, 40 minutes of the evening. He was like, you know, Padab, go take a knock. And I ended up scoring 55 runs off 18 balls or something like that. So that was quite good for me.
That's a typical Jesse and his Jason.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember. I remember you used to tell me about this Jesse all the time for sure. And then I remember I saw one or two innings on the pasture a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, like I said, I know he can hit the ball. Um,
But Nero, these runs come with singles and twos now, huh?
I know. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
um, Jesse, earlier I asked about the one of the major differences in terms of the club cricket between Barbados and Trinidad. You mentioned the pay, but what about the the after the cricket after cricket in Trinidad? For instance, you know, in Barbados, but I mean Nero and those guys would say that it definitely doesn't happen like before. But you know, it's sticking it wrong after cricket, talking and drinking. Is that what is it like that in Trinidad?
It it is also faded over here, but
Okay.
you learn the most from cricket at those limes.
Mm,
You know, you soak up a lot of knowledge from those after cricket limes
correct.
and whatnot.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Okay.
So he saw you.
Imagine sitting down in a dressing room with those million West Indies guys I just call, and you learning, you just all talking about past games, past experiences, you know.
Yeah. I can imagine. I can only imagine. Can only
Yeah.
imagine.
There's a saying that the Trinidadian cricketers look out for each other. What is
Hmm.
the cause of that? What is the cause of that? Is this just something that Is this a motto in Trinidad? What is it?
I'm not sure if I could tell you from my experience because I'm yet to experience. I'm yet to experience it. So, but I heard the term, and I think it's more of people trying to. I don't know, boy. Let me see. I think it is what it is, looking out for each other. I mean, it's not that a man might not be good, it's just that, he might just need that opportunity or that push.
Yeah, that's it. Good political answer.
I think it happens all over, to be honest. I think it happens all over. It's just a little more seen in some places,
Yeah, I guess it probably might happen all over. So yeah, I guess correct. That's true, Nero. That is true.
Do you have any plans to play in the upcoming BCN tournament, Barbados Cricket Association tournament?
I've been messaging my person from Yorkshire, and they've been telling me tomorrow and the next day and whatnot. So hopefully, because it's T20, I would love to be there. I would actually love to help Yorkshire reach a semi-final, win the final.
I'm pretty sure Nero would love that too.
Yeah, because from my hearing is that they have a fairly good T20 team. So.
Any more questions, Nero, from Jessie?
Money cool for Jessie, Mike. He get back. He rest. He gonna get rest, man.
Yeah. Final question for me, Jessie. We would have seen today the news today that Keiron Pollard has retired from international cricket. You obviously would have met with him and interacted with him. Can you just share one of the memories you would have had with Keiron Pollard?
Yeah, you'd always come to the Oval. You'd always want guys to be doing something, working hard, taking something from each session. I think he is a great leader. You always hear that, his captaincy and whatnot. He's definitely for the players, and he always tries to instill that discipline. That's a big thing for him. Discipline is a big thing for him. So yeah, he would definitely be missed, man. But I could only imagine, what he's going through right now. The emotions and whatnot.
Yeah. Hey, you was saying something there, or?
No, fair enough. I ain't gonna interrupt him with his Pollard speech. On behalf of the guys that couldn't make it, and Jace, let me thank you for giving us your time. And but before you go, is there anyone you'd like to see on bench stop? But you'll have to set us up with the person.
Yeah, I could work something out. I would love to see Sunil here.
Work it out.
Yeah.
Work it out.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Work it out.
Yeah. But just question. So this link, people can watch it.
Yeah. I sent it to you. I sent it to your phone, so you could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for sharing purposes and for your own growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bench Start Cricket Podcast.
Well, Jessie, just to echo what Nero said, we just want to thank you for taking the time to join us to have the chat tonight. We really appreciate it. And we just want to wish you the best going forward. Like I said, I've seen you play before, and I know obviously as someone who now sees themselves as a pro, I can only imagine now the heights that you can take it to. So like I said, all the best going forward, and thanks again for joining us tonight.
Thank you. All the best to the show and all the best to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jessie.
All the best.
Nero, boy, as I said today, saw your news. Your skipper, Keiron Pollard, has retired from international cricket. Came as a shocker to me, to be honest. What were your thoughts when you saw it?
The timing was a bit. Timing. It was just a bit off to me.
Explain.
Not during the middle. Yeah, during the middle of the IPL, a couple of months out from the World Cup, it just seemed a bit off. It just seemed like a, I don't want to be harsh, but a Pollard like thing to do. Because obviously he had a well, not only him, but there was a horrible workout outing for the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if there were any changes, I guess that could have been the moment and give a new unit or a new leader or whatever the case is some runway to work until the next World Cup. A year might seem long, but really and truly that is not long with these tournaments and
I
just a
agree.
few series. So
I agree.
and then
I
he
agree.
actually played. He actually just played the T20 series here in Barbados. I know we had a break. We had a test series. We were in the IPL. It's now basically May, and then it's just thank you. I know there's a lot of pressure from the outside, a lot of noises, a lot of calling shows for Pollard head, but it's a good production and tolerance. Production and tolerance. So
So from my understanding, you're saying that really and truly Pollard should have retired if he's going to retire from international cricket. You're saying that he should have retired at the end of last World Cup after. You are saying that he should have retired.
not retired or just no, not retired. Because if he stepped down for the captaincy, right? If Pollard gave up the captaincy, I think then you have to base him as a player. You have to pick him
What?
based as a player. You have to pick him based as a player moving forward.
Okay.
And then his production probably wouldn't warrant being selected.
Correct.
You
I
understand?
agree.
So then I guess that would have answered itself. But I'm just saying, you've come this far. You're just a
How
couple
far on the
months.
road?
Just to work out right there, just. I can't tell a man what to do in career. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes,
Correct.
etc.
Correct.
So if you come out now and hear about bum, something that you can have a say about, but it's just like, why no? Why no? That's all I'm saying. Why no? Obviously, his performances in the Maroon have not been the greatest.
For a very long time.
If you check the stats, about 650s and 100 odd games. He's not a player that needs 50 balls to score 50. If Pollard will score 50, it's going to be 30 to 35 balls. 18 to 20 sometimes, 25 balls. So he doesn't need a lot of time. So his performances have not merited.
We all know it.
Yeah,
Correct.
but I'm just saying, say if you've come this far, it's like, why no? That's all I'm saying. Some people could care less, but me, as I always think, why no? Yeah, retired before England, so that means I had intentions of seeing it through. At least to the workout, and then whatever happens.
But you don't know when the man might change? You don't know when the man tell yourself, well, I honestly, like, I just can't, I can't take it no more. I honestly, I might look at myself and say, well, you know what? He could have looked at the last tour and said, well, I can really try to score some runs here. Well, he did. He played. That was when he was injured.
No, he played against. He played against.
Yeah, he played. Yeah. So it's just like, you know, but it's just
can't
like,
keep a good man down.
Right. But you know, yeah. So it's just like tell yourself, I will try to see what happened after this tour, and if nothing already changed, you know, I could tell myself and call it a day. Like, honestly, you don't know what's going through my mind. You know, that's the truth. But
that is fair. But I just
so I think, and you know, Pollard probably, you know, just honestly, it could be a case where he just looking at himself and just being real, and as you just said himself, well, I really have not been performing at, you know, the highest standard in the West Indies colors for a very long time, and to be honest, I've just been here because I'm the captain, and you know, this could be a spot for somebody else. Let me just call it a day. You never know on the road, man. Ain't true. They truth.
This not bad, but if that's your explanation,
I always try to give a man the benefit of the doubt. That truth. I mean, to be honest, I was was happy to see the news. That's the truth, and that's how I looked at it. I was saying that, you know, Pollard, really and truly, Pollard is regardless of how we see Pollard, regardless of how we, you know, criticize Pollard, whenever the topic comes up, you know, Pollard is he's a name in the game. I don't want to say great his stats, but not say he's a great, definitely not. But you know, you're talking about cricketers. You talk Pollard, you know, Keiron Pollard. That's the truth. So, you know, it's a loss to the game, yeah. But it was time for Pollard to go in there. That's the truth. Pollard's performances over the last however long have been nothing to shout about. Nothing to shout about. So, you know, I was glad that he decided to call it a day, man. That's the truth. I was very glad to see the news. I thought that you would have come and said that you were glad to see Houston, but
no, that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I understand. No, right, I understand.
Right.
I understand.
I'm not glad, but it's just the timing of it.
Yeah, man. I just feel so. Who's the next white ball skipper now?
Gonna be obviously Bootan, but then my next question is, is it gonna be more of the same? Will Bootan be available right through year round as the start skipper, or are we gonna have a fill-in captain? Because obviously Bootan is gonna be one of the franchise players, you know, highly touted all over the world. So that means he can go give up tournaments, or you gotta play for West Indies. So are we gonna go far now with Bootan until the workout, and then Bootan said thanks, but he gotta go and play some tournaments? How we? So I think that the next appointment, I don't want to say critical, that might be a bit too dramatic, but we might go just take a deeper look at it.
So if not Bootan,
then who? That's the question.
Then who?
Because the other guys in it, you can't even mention a head man because he's not even the team, and he's more of the same like a Bootan. He's gonna be. I don't think they will go back to Jason right now.
Don't make sense.
Who else? They got Evan Lewis. They got. Oh my God! I don't know unless they go left field. They'll have go left field and give up. But cuz not even cuz still got.
Okay.
That we're trying to do. Have go left field and do something.
No, I just wanted to be. I just fair enough. So what about?
Other than Bootan, listen.
What about a Roston Chase?
The West Indies will have to identify that's the direction you're going. Obviously, he was a fringe player as well, so he hasn't seen many of his players. But if that's the direction the West Indies want to go, they have to identify and stick to it. Because obviously, we pick a Nick Bootan. Obviously, he's done well in the absence of Pollard. He won some games, but obviously, Bootan going to be playing a lot of tournaments through the year.
Correct.
So that's
all
something
of those names that you just called there that probably that you know are known more so for the shorter format, the Evan Lewis and the Hetmeyer. You understand? Those guys are also going to be playing tournaments all over the world, and as you can see, it's not even a short pick that for Hetmeyer in the West Indies team now. So,
but for the one I would I would just give Shea the one captaincy one time. But it's captaincy. I think it could split it now. Is at that stage. Bigger and better teams that share the captaincy. Why not the West Indies? So obviously Craig is the skipper. Yeah. Shea is our most prominent one-day player. He averages over 50. And then we just got to look for that man to deal with the T20. Or men.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for us to Shea is our best one-day player. Go ahead, Shea. Run the show. Craig already doing his thing.
At this point, but so you're gonna tell Shea you're just gonna give him the keys and not. I mean, he gets.
But Shea was the vice captain, really and truly.
But that he was the vice captain. Yes, but if you are saying no, that you are not gonna be the captain, we know looking for you to be the captain for the next XYZ years. That's a whole different pressure of being the vice captain. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know if you think that having that added to his plate now when in the last, couple of, I would say definitely over the last year for sure, that he had overall, yeah, he would still get 50 here and then he would walk or kick, but overall, he has not been the sheer hope that, we know he can be.
That's a fair comment. But if not shit, then who? You see a question you asked me.
No, I'm not saying that he shouldn't get it, but I just wanted to know, some might say that it might be added pressure on him now. But I think that, because as I say, I think Roston Chase was once the vice captain of the West Indies test team, and I think Roston from CPL for sure, we would have definitely seen Roston's bowling come on for sure in the charter format, and up until the last of the cricket we were seeing, we could definitely say that Roston for sure in the charter format in the game is definitely going to be on that final 11. So that is why and Roston is not going to be playing well, at least at this particular point in time. Roston isn't going to be playing cricket all over in these shorter formats, as like an Evan Lewis or Hetmyer, as you mentioned. So that is why I would have brought up that name.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see because we gotta go to Netherlands shortly at the end of May, so we will know by then who they identify. It might not be the staunch, but we will have an idea who they're thinking about for sure. But, can't be that much candidates. Bootan, Chihua, that's probably it. And I don't think Jason would. I can't see Jason going back.
Yeah, I can't see Jason going back there.
I can't see Jason taking it back at this point.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see that happening either. To be honest, I don't see that happening either. Anything else you wanted to say on that?
No, just be interesting to see now. Like, is this the end of the era now? The Bravos, the Gales, the Pollards. It seems to be any era basically. So,
era boy.
There's no we know ushering in a new era boy.
Over the last couple of days, like and just having some conversations, you really realize how old it getting, So we would have now seen, as you would have we would have now seen the whole generation come and go on, boy.
Easy so.
Whoa! I remember Bravo early in his career. Bravo was still green, boy. I remember when he said he was giving Flintoff some banter, and Freddie went back and told us something along the lines of we see if we're gonna be here.
Yeah. In a few years
or so, Yeah. I know. Look, Bravo is one of the biggest names in international cricket, boy. Like, we would have seen the whole generation come and go, boy.
It's true, boy. Just the other day, we was in the temporary stands watching Lara go. in 2007.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that is true, boy. That is
years ago.
Whoa, 15 years ago. Wow.
Time flies.
Season starting this weekend. How you feeling going into the season, buddy?
Feeling cool for now, man. See the groups there. Obviously, we're looking to get out the group. Missing some players overseas, but everybody else missing players. So just gotta do what we gotta do. We have Maple and Powerhouse Carlton Sunday, so.
Okay.
You definitely give it a go. Obviously, we've been in the paper a bit more than usual over the last couple of days on the area. So we obviously got to eye on August mostly. But we try to keep some noise before then.
Okay. Interesting, man. So any personal goals for the season? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what they are. I just want to know if you have any personal goals for the season. That's a yes or no.
Yeah. You got a couple, man. You got a couple trying to roll back the years, Ain't got much longer left, so you got. Make every minimum counts, man.
Okay. Good to hear. Well, I wish you and the team all the best for the upcoming season, man. You know, I wish I could have been there on the tree. Drinking a plus watching some cricket, but unfortunately, you know.
Watch a few chat drives.
I remember that straight that you play off a Tino, man. A couple years ago.
Let's check it.
He had ball of Beaver, couple balls.
Funny thing is right. We played Tino last week or week before in the practice game.
Mm-hmm.
So your man in there playing on his shoes and thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in out. Good afternoon. What's up going on, pro man? His father was there too. What's up going on, pro man? Look, dad, man. Played here a couple years ago, man. I give a slow boy roll my wrist, huh? And the CV. And the umpire, the CV, huh? And the umpire calling the ball, man. I just take off a bit. And I just say, you know, this man, remember this for truth, though? Man, forget it, man. I would have never thought you even remember that, you know, but it's like, yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody's got their own perception of Tito basketball, but that, like, just hearing it, just some of these stories about the man and seeing the man, to be honest, I was in his presence and like hearing him talk, like Daka the talk, like probably like twice. That's the truth, like twice. Legend. But boy, Tino is a legend, boy. Tino is an absolute legend, like truth.
Somebody threw a name there to me just now, Robin Powell.
Pardon me?
Somebody threw a name there to me just now, Robin Powell.
Robin Powell,
candidate
too for skipper.
Not a bad show.
Yeah. But once again, Robin Powell, no, definitely.
No, that's true.
It's going to be in the same bracket as the Burans and the Hetmars and those guys for sure.
That is true.
You understand? And he could be a lot fitter than the Hetmars and thing too. You understand? So you never know. You never know. Final question from Mini Rob. I saw today. I can't remember who it was. It was a former cricketer. I don't know if you saw it, but he was basically saying that right now he was commenting on Virat Kohli. Yeah. Lead patch. Yes. And he was basically saying that, you know, he's been doing a lot for too long, and that's probably why he's in this lean patch as you know, for lack of a better term. And he said that he believes that he still has a good 5-6 more years of high level cricket in him. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Kohli, obviously everyone knows how I feel about Kohli. Mm-hmm. And it's a lean patch by his standards.
Yeah.
But in this lean patch, Kohli got 50s. I don't really want to exaggerate, but it's probably that amount. Mm-hmm, and in the same time frame, a run machine like Steve Smith has 100. Mm-hmm. You understand? So it's like, yes, it's like the LeBron James syndrome. You know, we did just speak about LeBron. Although he's not in the playoff, they're going to speak about LeBron. I guess it's the same thing with Kohli. Mm-hmm. So yes, he's not giving us the big hundreds. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we just had Root, and these guys, Root now probably in the best form in his career. And Root probably scored about 806. Kohli scored his last one or so. Mm. Kohli still has more hundreds than him. Mm-hmm. So that just goes to show the pace that Kohli was at, and Steve Smith was at for 2019, prior to 2019.
Yeah, boy, so, that's true. Yeah.
So, and at the end of the day, he still has 70 hundreds in international cricket. No one else is close. Yeah. And Kohli's just different. Kohli has over 100 million social media followers. Kohli's a brand.
Yeah.
So like he's just different.
When I saw that, I actually had to go check it for myself. I said,
yeah, he got more than
100 million, and then listen, 100 million. So then I just went and checked, like, let's say a LeBron James who has like 80 million. I was just like,
Kohli thought 5 or so. Yeah, Kohli thought 5 or so
followers. It was just like, whoa, he's really a brand for sure. When I saw that, yeah, I was shocked, to be honest. I was shocked. I mean, I know India is a massive place. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. But I was shocked to see that. That's the truth.
So this is probably going to be his last T20 World Cup in October. I think after that, he's probably going to step away from the T20 World Cup. Got a 50 over World Cup next year. If they win it, he's probably going to step away, and then probably just play Test cricket for the next couple of years. So, but T20, he's going to step away for sure at the end of this when the World Cup is over. Depending on how the World Cup, maybe World Cup in the Caribbean. No, like T20 World Cup in 2024. But I got a World Cup next year. So it depends on how that goes. If India probably win that, he could probably go up on a high. But yeah, Kohli still got years. Kohli got years in. Kohli got enough credit in the bank that these lean patches don't really. I didn't know when Kohli start back. It was like, but this period has just been so much T20 cricket and one day cricket. You know, the World Test Championship when we started back, they had the World Test Championship, but then it was like T20 World Cup. Now they were so it's just But when he starts, but there's no doubt about it. I would just give him a little time off to actually try to miss the game or something. Right now he's in IPL, so it's like after all the cricket straight into IPL and but there's no doubt about it. Form is temporary, boy. Form is temporary. Class is permanent.
Class is permanent. That's true. That is true.
Class is permanent, boy.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Nero, before we close off?
Just want to wish everyone a good season locally, a safe season, not only injury-wise, but COVID-wise. The season numbers today, hopefully that don't affect us. We can have a good season, man. Good productive season, and Yorkshire come December 18th, we have something to smile about.
I just saw the comments there. Kevin Earl was asking who do I think we answered that, and Marissa was saying, "But did the Hope and Puran already? In my opinion, both need to focus on their game." I think the guys would rally around Puran. I think Puran has showed recently that he is pretty interested in leading the guys, and I think the guys kind of respect and want to rally around.
I have no doubt that they would, but when I look at a guy like Finch, even although Finch might not be in the greatest of form, I know when Australia playing a white ball game, Finch is the captain. I ain't gonna worry about Finch playing. No other player, even like just now the tournament, they were playing Pakistan. But Finch gotta make sure he do his duties first for Australia and then finally. You understand? Whereas in South Africa it was a bit different. All the players I guess South Africa in a similar position as the West Indies too, when it comes to the board and the payments and stuff. So but I just know Puran, no doubt the guys will rally around him. He will got the respect, but going forward with the tournaments, that's And then Marissa also asked if his wife to split the white ball captaincy. Doesn't make sense, and I don't think that any other international sides does that. Do they though? But I think it depends on the makeup. If you got a certain makeup, you go with it. Those other teams are fortunate because that the other day I was telling some guys, England was playing in the Ashes, and then England was playing West Indies at the same time. So those guys could put out two decent teams and it really affect them. So if West Indies got to split the captaincy, so be it. So I think you go make your own blueprint and not follow what's there.
That's true.
Yeah, if we only have a certain amount of guys and we have a great candidate for that, he's the buddy for that. If we have somebody, I see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't wait until India or Australia do it then so we can.
Yeah, I agree. Well, guys, we want to thank you once again for joining us tonight. And once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe under the video when you do get the chance to watch it. Thank you and have a good night.